Hey, how are you? I'm going to read from this book, Leadership Theory and Practice by Northouse. I'm going to be in chapter 4. I'm going to try to read the Leadership Behavior Questionnaire so you get an idea what that is. It's on page 89. This is actually the questionnaire. So, instructions. Read each item carefully and think about how often you or the person you are evaluating engaged in the described behavior. Indicate your response to each item by circling one of the 5 numbers to the right of each of them. So, number 1 means never, 2 means seldom, 3 occasionally, 4 is often, and 5 is always. Number 1. Tells group members what they are supposed to do. Remember, 1 is never, seldom, occasionally, often, and number 5 is always. Tells group members what they are supposed to do. Acts friendly with members of the group, sets standards of performance for the group members, helps others in the group feel comfortable, makes suggestions about how to solve problems, responds favorably to suggestions made by others, makes his or her perspective clear to others, treats others fairly, develops a plan of action for the group, behaves in a predictable manner toward group members, defines role responsibilities for each group member, communicates actively with group members, clarifies his or her own role within the group, shows concern for the well-being of others, provides a plan for how the work is to be done, shows flexibility in making decisions, provides criteria for what is expected of the group, discloses thoughts and feelings to the group members, encourages group members to do high-quality work, helps group members get along with each other. Alright, the scoring. Remember that was never, seldom, occasionally, often, and always 1 through 5. Scoring is the leadership behavior questionnaire is designed to measure 2 major types of leadership behaviors, task and relationship. Score the questionnaire by doing the following. First, sum the responses on the odd number items. This is your task score. Second, sum the responses on the uneven on the even numbered items. This is your relationship score. Task score total and relationship score total. Tells the group members what they're supposed to do, number 1. Number 3, sets standards of performance for group members. I like that one. Scoring and interpretation. So you got 45 through 50, very high range, 40 through 44, high range, 35 through 39, moderately high range, 30 through 34, moderately low range, 25 through 29, low range, and 10 through 24, very low range. So there are 20 questions, so really you split that in half. 10 will be for task relationship and 10 will be for relationship and task. 10 and 10, so could possibly have 5 points each for that, so that's 50 points in each category. So you can get a 50-50, can't you? So 45 to 50 is very high range, couldn't you? Cool. Alright, so that's finishing that on page 89 and 90. The score you receive for task refers to the degree of which you help others by defining their role and letting them know what is expected of them. This factor describes your tendencies to be task directed towards others when you are in leadership position. The score you receive for relationship is a measure of the degree to which you try to make followers feel comfortable with themselves, each other, and the group itself. It represents a measure of how people-oriented you are. Your results on the leadership behavior questionnaire give you data about your task orientation and people orientation. What do your scores suggest about your leadership style? Are you more likely to lead with an emphasis on task or with an emphasis on relationship? As you interpret your responses to the leadership behavior questionnaire, ask yourself if there are ways you could change your behavior to shift the emphasis you give to task and relationships. To gain more information about your style, you may want to have 4 or 5 of your coworkers fill out the questionnaire based on their perceptions of you as a leader. This will give you additional data to compare and contrast to your own scores about yourself. See ya. Page 89, 90. That is the leadership behavior questionnaire.